Hey everybody, welcome to the Tabletop Spotlight. I'm Adam from BoLS, and we're here today to talk about all the cool stuff you can pick up at your favorite local gaming store this very week. We've got some really cool products. We want to give our friends over at Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy here in Austin, Texas, a big shout out. Thanks to them for hooking us up with the products today. And with that said, let's dive in. After a long break, the Star Wars RPG is back in print, and it's coming out with 3 brand new starter sets that you can pick up. We've got one here for Star Wars Force and Destiny. There's also one for Age of Rebellion and also Edge of the Empire. These are beginner game setups. They come with a whole bunch of really cool things for you to start your campaigns off with. In particular, the Star Wars Force and Destiny beginner game features a complete learn-as-you-go adventure. Players can jump right in and play as they learn the rules. There are pre-generated characters for you to play with, and they have folios to keep the rules right at your fingertips. There's a set of custom dice which you'll need to play the Star Wars RPG, which is an exciting narrative gameplay system that makes every roll a story. Obviously, there's lots of fun rules in here for you to provide hours of entertainment as you create your own adventures and your own stories to tell as you go. Also, this is a complete standalone game for 3 to 5 players. That's right, everything in this box is all you need to start playing for 3 to 5 players. Obviously, you'll have to have a game master and then a group of players to actually play as the RPG characters. And again, this is just one of 3, so go check out all the new stuff for the Star Wars RPG system. The board game Cascadia has a brand new expansion. This is Cascadia Landmarks. Cascadia is a puzzly tile-laying and token drafting game featuring the habitats and wildlife of the Pacific Northwest. In the Landmarks expansion for Cascadia, players create sprawling habitats and place beautiful natural landmarks within them. Landmarks give each environment its own look and feel, and provide dynamic endgame scoring bonuses. In addition to the Landmarks module, this expansion includes more unique wildlife scoring cards and habitat tiles to add more variety and enough components to bring your total players up to 5 or 6. So if you have the base game, this will push you all the way to 6 players total. Again, the Cascadia Landmarks is an expansion. You do need the Cascadia base game to play, but that game will go from 1 to 4 players up to 5 to 6 now with this expansion, so that's actually a really cool little bonus for you. After a successful Kickstarter campaign, the Fox Experiment is in stores. In the Fox Experiment, you'll breed your own domesticated foxes over the course of the game. Each round represents one breeding generation in which players will select a pair of foxes as parents and roll the dice to make their pups. Those pups will then become parents in the next generation. With the right foxes, you'll be able to finish your research and please your patrons to score more points and win the game. Interestingly enough, this game actually is based off a real-life experiment that was conducted in 1958, where a large group of Russian silver foxes were bred to try to make domesticated foxes. Google it and see if it worked. But in the meantime, go check out the Fox Experiment. This is the Kickstarter edition, which your local store may or may not have. There is a standard edition, but the Kickstarter edition just has some bonus upgraded components and things like that that you can only get in this edition. So keep an eye out for this one. Hey, do you like cats? Do you like puzzles? Then check out Cat Stax. Cat Stax is the perfect puzzle game. In this game, you'll be stacking the cats. Yes, I'm not joking. Cat Stax is a puzzle game where you're going to be stacking cats on a puzzle board. It's actually kind of silly. It's a single player game, but you have a group of cats, different pieces, that you're trying to fit on a particular puzzle. There are several different puzzles here to play. I think there's 48 in total, and there are 12 different shaped cats that you're trying to fit on the different puzzles. So the real question is, can you get all of these cats to cooperate? Cat Stax is a solo game. It is for ages 10 and up. There are 48 different puzzles to play through with the various different cat shapes to try to fit them on the board. So it's kind of like Tetris, but you don't dissolve lines of cats. You just try to get them all on the board. Anyway, check out Cat Stax. It looks like a little fun game. In the far distant future, humans no longer inhabit the Earth and honeybees have taken over. Let's check out Apiary. In Apiary, the cause of the human disappearance, or perhaps their demise, is unknown, but their absence left a void ready to be filled by another sentient species. That species just happened to be honeybees. They evolved to fill the void that was left by the humans, and they grew in size and intelligence to become a highly advanced society. In Apiary, each player controls one of 20 unique different factions, and your faction starts the game with meager supplies, a hive, a few resources, and a worker bees. It's kind of a worker placement hive building game in which you're trying to explore planets, gather more resources, develop technologies, and create carvings to demonstrate your faction's strengths. However, the dearth quickly approaches and your workers can only take a few actions before they have to hibernate. The real question is, can you thrive or just survive? Apiary is designed for 1 to 5 players. Games take about 60 to 90 minutes, and it's geared for ages 14 and up. This looks like a really fun, semi-complicated kind of worker placement game, so if that's your jam, then check out Apiary. Well, those are the games of the week here on the Tabletop Spotlight. Again, thanks to Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy here in Austin, Texas, for hooking us up. And yeah, really cool stuff this week. I'm excited to see what you guys think in the comments, so let us know below. I'm Adam from BoLS, and we'll catch you next time on the Tabletop Spotlight.